This fan costs £15 and this fan costs £370. So today we're going to unbox a Dyson cool tower fan. So this one is the AM07. Now I purchased this fan a number of years ago from a market store and it was only £15 and it's done me well, no issues with it at all. But at the moment in the UK it's absolutely roasting. 30 degrees, and I thought it's worth investing in a second fan. I was going to buy something similar again. The way I use this is with a smart plug, and what I do in the evenings when I go to bed, I actually set the timer to turn off after a few hours so it doesn't go on all night. Obviously it does have some noise behind it as it's spinning around and as the blades are going. So really it's a bargain for that. So all I've had to buy in addition is a smart plug, and the smart plug was only £15. So in total, this has cost me £30. Now I was curious to see how this Dyson fan matches up to this cheapo fan, if it's actually worth purchasing. So let's open it up and see what you get in the packaging. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon to turn on notifications. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and drop me a message, let me know what you think. If you don't like it, make it count by hitting thumbs down twice. Okay, so I've laid out everything you get in the packaging, so let me quickly go through the items one by one. You get an operating manual detailing how to put this together and usage of the device. You get a plastic base which the fan sits onto. Finish on this is all glossy white. You can see notches around there, and this is where the fan would sit on top and then it locks into position. Coming underneath, this is what you can see. You've got some rubber pads there to avoid it easily slipping across the floor. And if you see here, there's a locking mechanism which can be used to release it from the base as well. You get a remote control, all glossy white finish on there, very nice and compact. You can see the location where the battery goes just underneath there, and branding on the bottom of there. Infrared light is just at the top there. Feel of the buttons, feels good. And looking on there, you can see there seems to be a timer option, so that's pretty cool, it comes with that. Next we have the fan. So in terms of finish, it's all glossy white and there's a button over here. Got some vent areas there. Coming underneath, this is where the base would be locking on, and you've got a serial number just where my thumb is. Cable length wise, you get 1.6 meters on here, and if you look on the top, you can see where the fan is. And finally we have the top part of the fan, all plasticky finish, glossy all the way around with a silver finish on the inside part. Looking underneath on this, this is the area which sits on top of the fan motor. Build wise, feels strong plastic but very light in construction. So let's put this together. So coming with the base and the fan, literally a matter of just putting it on, spinning it, and it locks into position. It's as simple as that. And then with the top part here, same again, should just sit into position. And that's it, that's locked down now. So there you go, simple as that to put together. Next, just to remove the tape going around the base. And there we have it. You can see the motion of the movement on there. So now it's ready to plug in and use. I've plugged in the fan, so let's try this out. So I've got the remote here. If I press the power button at the top, there you go, comes on. So coming in close at the bottom, there's an LED indicator indicating the speed. So you can just see it just over here, and it's on 10 at the moment. That's the fastest setting. Now looking on the remote, if I press the button over here, the number will go down and the speed will reduce to 1 at minimum. You can just feel a gentle breeze. And now looking over here, there's a button there. If I press that, it will start oscillating. There you go. Just slowly moving left to right. Let's take the fan speed up. Quite strange seeing this, the fact it doesn't have any blades. You can feel quite a lot of air coming out of there. And in my studio, it is a bit of a relief, only because it is absolutely roasting at the moment. Now, looking here, if I can show, you've got the timer option. So if I press it once, it initiates the timer. If I keep pressing it, the number at the bottom will go up. So if I show that in action by zooming in, so I'll press the timer option now, and you can see there I can set countdown. So that's meaning nothing is set to count down. 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and just going higher and higher. If I keep going, 9 hours is the maximum on there. There you go, that's how it looks while it's running. Now fan wise, interesting how this works. It's giving out air all the way along the edges here and all the way, but if you come in at the middle you don't feel anything. That's because it's coming out from just from the sides along here, so the rim. But again, nothing there, and again, safety wise it's quite good. So if you did have young children who are liable to touch a fan or knock it over, obviously there's nothing there to be of risk. Now with a traditional fan, you do get a grill on there, and again, just to show the footprint of the fan, very small there. So for a compact space, it's ideal. Let's have a check of the noise levels coming out of this fan. So if I go quiet for a moment, 35.5 decibels is the ambient noise levels in the room. So if I now start the fan, (62.9) at maximum, and we'll just slowly take it down. 61.3 at 9, 59.7 on 8, 57.8 on 7, 56 on 6, 54 on 5, 50.7 on 4, 47.8 on 3, 43.5 on 2, and 40.4 on 1. And very low level on 1, and the amount of breeze you feel is very minimal. Tower fan itself is just a fan for cooling. There's no heat option. So keep that in mind if you're going to get this. It'll only blow cold air, and that's it. Now let's test out our older fan, the traditional one. So if I now press the first option, so this is setting number 1, 50.9 decibels, 61.6 decibels on 2, and the highest setting, 63 decibels. Now let me turn on both fans at the same time. Now I've turned on both fans just to test what the levels of air coming out of each one is like, and it's very similar. I have to admit there's not much of a difference. The only contributing differences between them is the fact that Dyson's has this larger area where air's coming out, but the traditional fan just has this small area. Noise levels are quite high from the traditional one, but you've got a better coverage with the Dyson one. The Dyson one obviously has additional functionality where a lot of speed levels are on there. In terms of looks, the Dyson one does look great, very stylish look to it, and the footprint is very minimal, just takes up a small amount of space. But in terms of value for money, it's a tricky one, I have to say, only because this does the job and does it well. So my opinion here, the traditional one is great, to be honest. Not really worth spending £370 on a Dyson fan. It's a bit nuts really, because even with the timer built in, what more are you gaining really from it other than looks? Now with my traditional one, I just got a smart plug, plugged it in, and I can just set a countdown timer from my phone on there. So there you go, hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. If you're looking for a cool looking fan and you've got a bit of cash to spend on a Dyson, go for the Dyson because it looks great. But in terms of performance, I don't really think there's a major difference in it. So there you go, I hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing a Dyson Cool AM07 tower fan. Details are in the description below. Thanks for viewing, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.